Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at a lighting rig. It's made by a company called Neewer, that is Neewer, and it is the Neewer Bicolour Advanced 660 LED video light with 2.4G remote control. These kits are available on Amazon. They range in price depending on the kit that you get. They do kits with single lights, dual lights, lights with tripods, triple. They do a whole different range. So the one that we're looking at today is a dual light. So each light head has 660 LEDs, and which half are white and half are yellow. So you can control the warmth of the light. Very, very simple controls, as you'll see in the unboxing. Reasonable build quality. The light heads are made of solid aluminium. They come with barn doors so you can direct the spread of the light, and the kit that we purchased cost around 200 UK pounds, but I have seen them in the US for approximately 200 US dollars. We always get ripped off with the conversions. So what's in the kit that we bought? Well, the kit includes 2 dimmable 660 LED light heads, 2 white diffusers, 2 barn doors, 2 power adapters, 2 power cables, 1 2.4G wireless remote, 1 large carrying bag, and 2 light stands. So let's get on with it and let's unbox what arrived. So this is the box that arrived. It has Neewer LED video light written on the box and very little else. So we can unbox this, and inside you can see the bag that this kit comes with. So let's just get that out. There we go. Turn it round and let's look inside. So inside the kit you get a power adapter, and this is 12 volt, 5 amp, 60 watt adapter. There's 2 of those. If I can get it out the bag. So there's 2 of those. Put those to one side. We have 2 power cables. We have a bag of screws, the 2 tripods, which we'll have a look at in a moment, the U-shaped brackets I was talking about before. There's a pair of those. We have each of the light heads, and we'll dig into those in a moment. A little box, we'll find out what's in there in a minute, along with the instructions, and that is the bag emptied. Let's get rid of that. This might become a little bit easier now to look at. Very difficult to unbox such a large item. So the instructions, which nobody ever reads, and inside the box we have the remote control, extremely simple remote control, and we're now going to take a look at the light heads, and then we'll have a look at the tripods themselves. Okay, so let's open up the head and see what you get. So this is the reverse of the head, or the back side of the head. You have a power switch here to power it from the mains adapter, or you can power it from batteries. Now this unit can take the Sony NP-F550, which is a 2600 milliamp battery. They cost approximately £25 in the UK for a pack of 2. or it will take the Sony NP-F970, which is a 6,600 milliamp battery, an awful lot thicker, and they cost around £60 for a pack of 2. You can run the light using one battery alone, but obviously that will limit the amount of time the light can run for. You have 2 controls here which control the white and yellow LEDs, so that's good. There is a little LCD screen here, and then turning to the front of the light, you have your barn door unit here, and the diffuser is already fitted in the unit, which you can remove by, I don't know if you can see that, there is a little plastic razor here which you can lift up and down, and then that enables you to remove the diffuser, and with the diffuser removed you can see the LED light. So I'll just remove the foil or the plastic from that, and that is your 660 LED array, and then we can put the diffuser back in and lift the item. Another nice thing with these barn door sort of units is on the side you have 2 mounting holes. So we have removed the diffuser, we've plugged in the power, switched it to AC, and the light is currently set to 0% and 3200 Kelvin. So what we're going to do is, it's going to be a little bit tricky for me to show you this, but let's have a go. So you can see the LEDs that are here, and we're going to turn the, if I can get the right dial, if we turn the lights on, you'll see that this is in its sort of lowest power output, which we can then increase right up. If we use the second dial, we can introduce white light to the yellow light, and then the light can get extremely bright. So you have a reasonably good control. If we add in the diffuser, it will become a little less violent. There we go, and we can fire that back up. More white light. So you can see through the diffuser probably a little bit easier the row of white and then yellow light that you can direct. So now we're going to have a look at the tripods that come, or the light stands that come with the unit, and you get a pair of these. Let's have a look and see what sort of quality they are. So pretty light, made out of aluminium. We've got 2 extenders here by the look of it. 2 parts that extend, and these look like they are pretty tall, extremely tall. Can't even fit that in, but they are particularly large. And then at the base you have a further elevation. May have to loosen this off a bit. Very difficult to show you this on camera, but that gets the feet or the base of the unit to where you need it to be, and then the tripod itself just hit the ceiling. It's they're pretty tall. This is the light at its lowest height, 5600 Kelvin. It really is at its lowest brightness, white light only, and as low as it goes. So this is the light at the full height of the first slider, and if you have a look a bit closer, you can see underneath that that's the first slider at full height, and we'll now do the second slider. And this is the light not fully erected on the second slider. but not far off. It's touching the ceiling, as you can see. So they do go really from floor to ceiling in height, and you'll see that the power cable is pretty much fully extended here, so you will definitely need some extension leads if you're going to have two of these lights evenly spaced and getting them back to a socket. Another thing that's worth pointing out is that when you use the U-shaped brackets here, which I think you can see, there is a the toggle screw that you screw in can obscure the diffuser. So if you wanted to remove this, you couldn't. You'd have to unscrew this partially and this in order to slide the diffuser out. But that's no great problem. This is a pair of lights, one to the left, one to the right, and they are set at 60% brightness and 3400 Kelvin. Both lights are capable of doing 5600 Kelvin at the maximum. So this is 60%, 3400. This is about as warm as they'll get. This is 3200 Kelvin at 100%. Okay, this is extremely bright. This is 4400 Kelvin, 100% with both lights behind the camera. We have no shadow, but it's quite offensive on your eyes, you know, looking at the camera and the screen. This is 3400K and 50%, which is far more pleasant for me. It was far too bright. At 100%, it really was. So this is doable. I can see the screen on the camera and I don't feel too blinded. We could probably drop it a little bit further, but yeah, really good, versatile set of lights. The remote control that comes with it does not include batteries and takes two AAA batteries, which we have put in. As soon as you turn it on for the first time, it's set to channel 88. I don't know if you can see that there, probably not. But it's set to channel 88, which means that it will operate both lights at the same time. You can alter it to have each light on a different channel and switch the channel of the remote to control lights. But you can control the Kelvin and the percentage from the remote control. So at the moment we're at 3500 Kelvin, and we can go 30%, 40%, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, all from the remote control. So extremely convenient to be able to set your own lighting whilst you're recording. So a really good addition and extremely simple to use, and it just worked immediately when we plugged the batteries into the device. Okay, it's now come to the time to pack it away in the box, and as I mentioned before, it's extremely annoying that you cannot put the lights into any of the pockets that are supplied with the U-shaped brackets attached. So not a massive issue, but if you've got to every single time undo these brackets before you can get them back in, that is a rather annoying feature, or lack of a feature, but that's how they're supposed to go in. And then I don't know what you're supposed to do with these, and these little washers, they're bound to get lost. Let's talk about the good points of this lighting kit. Reasonable quality. It's pretty good quality for the money. The price is reasonable. Very simple to use. Has around 3 to 5 hours battery life if running on the twin battery setup, obviously depending on the brightness that you set the lights to. They're passively cooled, so there's no cooling fans to worry about. If you've invested a large amount of money in your camera setup, anywhere from say £500 to £5,000, depending on what camera and lens combination that you have, a £200 investment for a lighting rig is pretty reasonable and can make all the difference when you're formulating your videos. So talking about the cons. The power adapters are not very long, so they could have been a bit longer, but you can get over that with extension leads. And you cannot put the light heads in the bag that's supplied without removing the U-shaped brackets. That is an absolute pain in the arse. So it would have been nice if the bag would have just had that little bit more room for each light head so that they could fit in without having to remove those brackets. Would I buy this light set again if mine got stolen or broken? Yes, I would. They're definitely worth the money, and surprisingly good quality for what you get. So that's it from us. So thank you very much for watching. Please click on the like button if you like this video. Please subscribe, that would really help us out, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.